depends what you get rejected.
Work instead of having cocktail.
Lavish ones. You know, some of the solutions.
Considered to be the or, even though, hopefully set up a neighborhood killed so easily. So that's very important.
Long before the shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, school administrators and teachers across the country have been thinking hard about how to respond to danger on campuses. Now, starting this year, they will have a new tool to help in that difficult process. Share with 911 is designed primarily to allow teachers to use smartphones, laptops, desktops, or cell phones to provide real-time information to first responders. Joining us now is Erik Endress. He is the founder and CEO of Share with 911. And Erik, you were telling me earlier that lockdowns are actually happening every day here in the U.S.
Yeah, most people are really surprised to find out that across the country, on average, there's between 30 and 50 school lockdowns. There's another 10 or 15 school evacuations, and there's all sorts of emergencies that happen in schools every day.
So this Share with 911 is designed to get that information to the first responders. Tell me how it works.
Well, we're enabling the teachers inside of a school in an emergency to go to their desktop, mobile device, their own smartphone, and check in from their actual location, whether they're in a classroom with kids or whether they're in a closet seeking shelter. We identify all the locations inside that school, and we enable them to check in and say, this is where I am, and this is what my status is. If they need help, they're able to indicate that. If they're okay, they're able to indicate that. And all that information is displayed real time back in the 911 center for incoming police officers in their cruisers, and even on their mobile devices when they get to the scene.
So why, I mean, it's almost like, why hasn't this been created before? It seems so simple, yet so essential.
It does seem kind of simple, but it's actually a very difficult process to take something that's been done primarily manually and apply a technological solution to it. We've been kind of surprised as we visit schools and see how this is being handled. It's a very, very manual, in many cases paper-based process where teachers are directed to hold up green cards if everything's okay and red cards if things aren't okay, and missing and found students are identified on pieces of paper slid under the doors of the classroom. So we looked at that whole situation and we said, how can we leverage all the technology that's in the classroom today to improve this process and give first responders better situational awareness.
And speaking of first responders, I understand that you're actually a first responder yourself.
Yes.
Did you develop this Share with 911 system because of your experiences?
Well, I've been a first responder for 27 years in my community, and I've responded to many school safety emergencies, and I think that led me to kind of feel a sense that there was an ability to do it better, right? So you get to a school, you're looking at the school, there's hundreds and hundreds, in some cases thousands of people inside that school, and nobody's communicating. The first responders are communicating with each other. The people in the school have no communication tools. They're waiting and hiding.
So this is clearly going to give schools a tremendous tool. I'm assuming that this is getting a lot of attention right now.
It is getting a lot of attention. We've been very happy as school administrators take a look at what we've built. They are absolutely floored, and that they all say that we've taken a very complex problem and applied a very simple, easy to use fix that provides them and the people who come to help them with a lot more information.
Now what about, I know we talked about the school administrators and the teachers, but can the students also share information?
Certainly, in high schools and in colleges, students could be given access to the system if the school wanted that to happen.
Yeah, I guess for the little kids.
Yeah, in K-8 education, kids are not really supposed to be carrying devices, but in high schools they certainly are. And if the school administrator wants to get that information, it's certainly valuable. There's, when the school has an emergency, oftentimes, students are going to be in bathrooms, in closets, they're going to seek shelter on their own. And if they can share that information with first responders, that's going to help save their life potentially.
And again, it's just amazing that nothing like this was actually in place.
It's actually a good thing.
Yeah, well, yeah. But we're hearing so many of these, horrific stories from Newtown. And it just seems like they're becoming more common. And it's just amazing to me that you said 30 to 50 lockdowns.
Yeah, we track them every single day. We look at all the incidents happening around the country nationally, and in many cases we'll reach out to those people and say if we think that what we're doing can help them in the future. So.
Well, it's
they
all
appreciate
terrific. If a teacher or a parent wants to learn more, or just anybody out in our audience right there, if anybody wants to learn more, where can they get more information?
Sharewith911.com is our website where they can learn all about what we built, and we're happy to demonstrate it for them, and that's how they do it.
All right, Erik Endress from Share with 911. Thanks for coming. And the
Thank you, Mia.
website again, sharewith911.com. There we go. We appreciate you coming on Ebru today.